Welcome to another Roadshow Shootout, where today we have America's latest Corvette against Britain's latest Quick Cat. This is the Corvette Grand Sport, a lightweight special edition that's track optimized with 460 horsepower, and it'll do 0 to 60 in 3.6 seconds.
Well, my lovely Jaguar F-Type SVR has 575 horsepower and 516 pounds and feet, and it will do 0 to 60 in 3.5 seconds, so it's incrementally faster than your Corvette thing.
And how much extra do you need to pay for that incremental improvement?
Well, base, it's 120-ish thousand.
And that's before you put the big carbon brakes on it and the carbon fiber bits and other stuff.
Well, mine only starts at $65,000, and even after you add on the big brakes and the big wheels and the big wing, you're still only talking about $90,000. So it's a bargain compared to your fat cat over there.
Well, seeing as you're speaking of enormous, the Jaguar is actually quite enormous. It's £3,700. Whereas your Corvette is a comparative featherweight at 3,252.
So almost 500 pounds more than a Corvette.
Yes. Yes.
I think I know a place where that's going to hurt you. I think that we're standing right on it. We're on a racetrack, and I think maybe we should take these out on this track. What do you think?
I am in agreement with that. Yep, let's do it.
Start with the Vet.
Perfect.
Let's kick things off here in the Corvette. This is the Grand Sport, which in the grand scheme of modern Corvettes slots in between the base Stingray and the pretty ballistic Z06, which is on the high end. You get all the suspension bits from the Z06, brakes and everything else, but you get the engine from the Stingray, which does mean I'm down a couple hundred horsepower from the Z06.
And down from my Jaguar, 115 less than me, my man.
I suppose so, but we do have the Z07 package on here, which gives me carbon ceramic brakes, bigger wheels, and all sorts of aerodynamic bits that glue on the outside, which will let us glue to the track at the cost of 1.2 G's.
Which is a lot.
That is plenty enough to rearrange my face. And though it is down on horsepower, it's certainly not lacking. And we've certainly got a lot of grip and heritage in this car. The Grand Sport dates back to 1962, and they want you to remember that because they've actually stuck the car right there, and it's down there on the floor, and it's also over here. And so in case you ever forget what it looks like,
You've got loads of stickers
right
and
there.
loads of. There's lots of chintz to it. It is a little bit brash.
yeah.
You got to admit, the stickers inside. Sometimes it looks cool. On the white car, it's a bit overwhelming.
This is not a white car. This is a red, white, and blue car. There's a very important distinction there.
What I will say is there's loads of space. So the trunk back there, admittedly there's no barrier between your suitcase and the back of your head, which is something of a worry. Well, I can fit in the boot.
This is a bad idea.
Right, go on, launch it. God almighty! Oh God, hello! See, there's no barrier between your luggage. And
As long as you're not transporting bowling balls, that's just fine.
a harness would be great!
I've also got a really nice infotainment system, so I can connect either my Android phone or my iPhone into here, and you can do all sorts of good stuff. You can also record your performance on the track with the performance data recorder. It'll tell you how many G's you're pulling, how hard you're pulling the steering wheel, so when you crash into the wall, you can be a YouTube superstar.
You've got to admit, it's a little, compared to my Jag, this is a little bit
Brash.
brash. That's one word for it.
In your face.
In your face.
Loud.
Loud.
In more ways than one.
In more ways than one. the vents are cool.
Yeah.
The quad exhaust is just, it looks awesome. It really does.
Come on, you love it. You love it.
A little bit of me
You
does.
love it.
A little bit of me does. But my Jaguar, you will be pleasantly surprised by some aspects of it. Some aspects of it.
All right.
So, welcome to the Queen's finest, the Jaguar F-Type SVR. Now think of it as an F-Type R Plus.
Okay.
So you've got a bit more power, 575 horsepower, 516 pound-foot, and its top speed is 200 miles an hour, not slow. But its party piece, that's the team behind it, that's the guys from SVR, because, well, basically they're magical engineers. They take a base car and turn it into something special. The SVR cars, they have less weight, they have all-wheel drive, more power, and they're faster. Now this one over the R, it's about 110 pounds lighter,
Okay.
but that's if you spec lots of carbon fibre bits.
But we're still talking a pretty heavy car here, right?
Yes, it's quite heavy.
And it's a little pricey, I think, too.
It's a little
right?
on the expensive side,
Yeah.
but it's got a soundtrack to die for. It sounds beautiful, and if you get the carbon ceramic brakes, it stops like nothing else. Seriously.
And how much do the carbon ceramic brakes cost?
Couldn't possibly tell you, mate. Couldn't tell you. Yeah.
Because I think it's something like $12,000, something like that.
Well,
that sounds about right.
I would argue you have to pay for quality.
Yeah. Okay. And
I
these are
d-
high quality British engineered carbon brakes, are they?
Nothing's fallen off them yet,
That's true.
so that's good.
I haven't seen any parts in the mirror, so that's an improvement.
Nothing's fallen off the F-Type, and I've driven one of these before, and it's very much an experience of a vehicle. It makes lots of noise. It goes. Allow me to demonstrate. So
Okay.
on the back straight, Gingerman, we'll knock the gearbox down. It's an 8-speed ZF doodad. Into second, 5,000 RPM. You ready?
I'm ready.
Listen to that! And then brake.
Okay. That's pretty good. I don't know if that's 12,000 grand worth good, but that's pretty good.
Well, 12. If you hadn't paid your 12 grand, we'd be in that
That's
war.
okay. All right, that's fair. That's cheaper than replacing the front end of this car. For
And
sure.
you know, your lungs and spine and head and ears and eyes
This
and
is
all that stuff.
a lovely place to be, but I got to say these bolsters are just kind of poking me in the kidneys.
You can adjust those, sir,
I know,
on
but
your seat
even so,
adjustment.
They make a funny deflating noise too when you do so, which is great.
Well, how would you prefer it would, to be done? Like a cherub comes by and inhales all the air from them and then flutters away?
For the amount of money we're talking here, yeah, yeah, I wouldn't mind something like that.
Or okay, it's expensive, but it handles.
And you got some heritage, right? Tell me about the history of the car and what is the inspiration for this F-Type.
Okay, so Jaguar has an amazing heritage. As far as this car's connection to that heritage, it has type after the name. I'm not gonna dress this up. It's more in the spirit of the E-Type rather than the C and D.
It's a little bit more comfortable.
It's a little bit more
Sporty,
comfortable.
but
It's
not
sporty.
exactly optimized for these sorts of things.
Sporty-ish, not really for the track. It is a bit wallowy. Can you feel that? Because we're
I
going
absolutely can
over
feel
here.
that.
It has quite a good amount of grip to it, and it's not particularly understeery, and it handles really nicely actually.
And the transmission isn't exactly the quickest.
It's not the quickest. It's not a dual clutch. It's not a PDK or anything like that. But it's also not a manual. You can't have a manual F-Type SVR. They won't let you have one of those.
Save the manuals.
Save the manuals, man. Seriously, like the Corvette. But as a place to be, spot the plastic.
It's true. There's a lot of carbon in here. A lot of lovely leather,
A lot of carbon, a lot of leather.
quilting.
It's nice. No, I think it's worth the money for the noise, for the experience, for everything about it. And actually, Tim, thinking about noise, I have an idea.
You do.
Bring your Corvette.
Okay.
We're gonna have some fun.
Are you gonna slow down so I can go get my Corvette, or should I just like...
No. So Tim, we both have enormous V8 engines, do we not?
We do.
And a big part of having a V8 is, of course, the noise.
It is.
So I figured we should have a sound off. So I've brought along Roadshow's very own and very wonderful Emmy Hall.
Hi.
To be an independent judge to decide which one of our V8s is the better one.
Sounds like a pretty easy test. I think I can win this one.
I don't think so.
Put it in all your modes.
Yeah, hang on, going
You
right
need to get into
track
your
mode
sport
here.
mode.
Get my exhaust opened up. We ready?
Yes, go.
Are you ready?
Bring it.
Yeah.
Okay.
The whole car shakes. Come on, Emmy. That's got to be worth bonus points.
That's ludicrous.
That is pretty
amazing.
ludicrous, but I want to hear this Jag. It's got a reputation for having a really good exhaust noise.
Oh, yes.
Alex, start your engine. All right, get your sport on.
It's already on. I don't need to press buttons. When you turn it off, it just stays loud.
All right, go. Okay.
Snap, crackle, and pop, my
Yes,
friend.
as the impartial judge of this sound shootout, it obviously goes to the Jaguar. That snap, crackle, pop that comes out of those quad exhausts is the best sounding vehicle of the two. I'm so sorry, Tim. Please don't fire me.
We'll see about that. It's the end of the day, Alex, and we're kind of left with two cars that are both pretty great, I gotta say. Out here on the track, though, the Corvette is clearly superior.
Yes, it is. It handles beautifully, even if the track mode steering is way too heavy, but the Jag just leans and it's all roly-poly, and it's, yeah, even in dynamic with everything set to race, the Corvette is the better car on the circuit. However, that power destroyed your car.
It really did. It was a very clear victor. There's no doubt about that.
It's just ludicrously fast. It's unbelievable. And the sound off, who won?
Also the Jag, though I still disagree with that fiving.
I think you're wrong, because that thing sounds fantastic.
It does sound.
Here's the thing though.
Uh-huh.
I really like the Corvette. The way it goes, the way it feels, it's fantastic. I also really like the Jag because it's stupid. But to decide the winner, which do you feel more special in? When you're driving around, what do you feel good about yourself in?
I certainly feel more patriotic in the Corvette, but I gotta give it to you. If you're going out for a special night in the town, that kind of thing, the Jag's got more presence.
So our winner is?
The winner's gotta be the Jaguar, although, despite the fact that the Corvette clearly has a bigger trunk, the winner of Roadshow Shootout is the Jaguar F-Type SVR.
Some of that.